Welcome, everyone, on the 16th day of July in 2025. And we all have warnings out that there are vampires around. So we have got to be careful and look out for vampires, or vampires as they are known in Serbia.
Vampires.
So we are going to be discussing the latest episode of Librarians, the Next Chapter, which, oh God, now I've forgotten the title. I know it's something vampire.
And the Feast of the
That's
Vampire.
right. And the Feast of the Vampire. So that is what we're going to be discussing. It is episode number 9.
Can you believe that? It's moving
No.
so fast.
This is 3/4 of the way through the season. It's like it just started.
I know.
Ridiculous. Well, let's just go around and just I'll be mean and start with Bobby. Just your general thoughts, or if you want to talk about something specific immediately.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. It managed to surprise me in 2 places, which is nice. Anytime a show can, anytime I don't see something coming, that's always a nice positive. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's go around counterclockwise. So, Greg.
That would be me. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I laughed a lot. It's definitely one of the better ones.
Makes up for last week.
Beg pardon?
Makes up for last week.
Yes.
Okay, Marcia.
Well, I agree. It was a fun episode. It went by really quickly. Before I knew it, we were speeding through the episode, and it was fun. Yay!
Liz.
I absolutely sat there and laughed till I practically peed my pants. It was so funny. And then when Taki showed up, that was like the icing and cherry on the cake. It was perfect.
Yeah, I was surprised about him showing up. I mean, that was great. Let's talk about our favorite security officer from the Ark. I mean, Pablo. I mean, he just did such a fantastic job. I thought so, at least. That was my opinion. So.
No, I agree. He had me in stitches the whole time. It was so funny.
Well, it
I
took
really
me
enjoyed
aback when he went with his accent, because I was all ready for, and I went, huh?
Yeah, he likes to surprise us. So
I was pleased to see, Ark had been the only thing I'd seen him in, and his character is so, almost robotic. And I was very pleased to see him actually do 2 other, types of characters in this episode.
well, remember how different he was when he was on the show with us. It was like we were all thinking he was going to be like Strickland, and we were just all like, he's nothing like it at all.
Yeah, I wasn't able to be here for that, so that's why I'm hoping you can get him back some days.
No, I've been trying, but he's been busy. So
I really enjoyed his performance in this a lot.
Now, which character did he play?
The vampire.
The vampire.
vampire.
Okay. I haven't seen the Ark yet. So
You haven't, Bobby?
I haven't seen the
I've
Ark
been
yet.
trying to get
Oh.
you for 3
Yeah.
years
Put
to
him
watch.
out.
Oh,
Send it to the airlock.
that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah, it's on my list, but I haven't got there yet.
Oh, we're in the middle of filming season 3. You better catch up.
I did enjoy the guy playing the vampire. I did think he was good and funny. That was one of the twists. I admit I did not see the heel turn coming.
I didn't see it either, and usually I can call it.
Yeah, because I was kind of excited. It's like, ooh, they're gonna, because you kind of expect that. So, it's gonna be something different. I like that. And then the turn, so it caught me off guard. I was not expecting it.
What did you expect?
Yeah.
I just expected that, like we've seen in some of the other librarian stories where the thing we think of as the monster is not the monster. I kind of figured that was what we were going to get, that he was what he said he was, and that we were going to find a way to help him and life would be good. And I did not expect him to have that villainous turn because we already had other villains,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. And so yeah, I totally did not see that coming.
What did
I
you
was
think when
actually
Cal showed
hoping
up?
for it because I mean we like Pablo in the arc, so
Oh yeah, we
it'd be
love
fun
Pablo.
to see him come back.
Yeah, and he was like, and once he revealed his villainous in the show, yeah, he almost became a different, like,
A different
not
character.
right. Not
Yeah.
only did he act different, but it's kind of like the Christopher Reeve between Clark Kent and Superman.
The
He's
mannerisms
the
are
same
different.
actor, but yeah, but he
Yeah.
looks different, and it's like his posture changed, and
Mhm.
his face
Mhm.
changed, and there was just, and that's a great skill for an actor to have, that we can see
Yeah,
physically him change from this kind of silly, goofy, guy that he's playing because he wants you to trust him, to showing that he's evil and determined and all that, and he does it with a lot of body language and this change of his voice, and I just thought that was perfect.
yeah, no, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
He got his mojo back with his other tooth.
Yes. And nice
Oh,
little
mojo.
and nice the little Flynn Carson
Yes.
knock there.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Yeah. So actually, and is this the first time? I was trying to remember without going back. Is this the first time we've been in the library proper in
In
Correct.
this
this
Oh, yeah.
show, I believe so. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So because
And I was really impressed that they had done it perfectly.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and also the callback, like Excalibur shows
I
up.
loved Cal
Mhm.
showing up. That was like my
Yes.
favorite. Next to Taki, that was my favorite.
that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
So, having not seen the original Librarians, was the library that they showed, was that familiar to you guys?
Yeah,
I'm
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's the same green screen backdrop that they,
Yeah.
because in the original Librarians movies, it was a set they were actually on part of. When they did the first Librarian series, they were in an annex similar to how we are in this show, but they would occasionally go into the library.
Not often.
Not often,
Yeah.
and it was usually kind of the same way, where you could tell it was more of a virtual set, or a very small set with a virtual background, kind of like what's
Mhm.
and so yeah, so it looks like it's the same shots of the library, so it looks like the library. Excalibur is in the movies and the previous show.
Oh,
So it is. They're still connected to the main library and can still get in there. So that was nice to see.
Third door on the right.
I didn't,
Mhm.
because I couldn't recall as I was watching it, because I know they've talked about going into the library, but I didn't think we had seen it. So it was nice to see our new set of characters in the library.
and it looks like we do have some people viewing, and it would be cool if you posted some comments or questions or in the chat. That would be fun to look at.
Would be. Hmm.
And starting from the beginning, I wrote down the plot. It says, at a small town festival, Connor meets the original vampire and races against time to prevent his own transformation. So that was interesting in the little blurb, the plot line. So I was wondering how that was gonna happen, because it started with fake vampires, which I thought was
Yes.
funny.
Yeah. Did
That
you
was-
notice that the real vampire was the one that the vampire
They were
hunter
trying.
saved?
They were pursuing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I because when I first saw the two vampires at the beginning, I thought, oh my god, those teeth look horrible. This, I can't believe we're getting this kind of an awful effect, and it turns out it was on purpose. So
Yeah.
that was the first surprise of the episode for me.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you right now, with the weather that we've got, want a blood slushy?
Yes, that would be cool. Slushies are cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the fair too. I thought the fair was for those of us that do a lot of conventions and whatnot, it's very familiar.
Yeah.
You know, and I loved the fair because we kind of got that a couple weeks ago with Con.
I was so sorry you missed that.
Kinda.
That was a
Yeah,
good one.
it's I mean that's the world I live in.
Yes, that's
Yes.
So it's nice to see the type of vendors that are there. A lot of little slight gags and sight gags but the kind of stuff that like selling Charlie the steak.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that kind of or the books that
Taki
they were.
sold her the steak. That was
Yeah, or the books that Connor was looking at, and there was just a lot of cool little
Okay,
Easter eggs.
who caught the title of the book he picked up?
Oh, what was it?
It took me
I re-
5 minutes to capture that darn screen and get the title of his book.
I forget, what was it?
It was I wrote it down. Now I have to find it. What was the name of that darn book? I'll find it. It's in my notes. My copious notes. Oh, How to Survive the Zone of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Charlie picked up a t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's see. I got that one, but I have to go back to my picture.
I love the gag that the steaks weren't made out of hardwood. I thought that was very funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Especially considering my house is surrounded by ash trees. I got a real big kick out of that.
Yeah, I don't think we have any ash trees down by me. I haven't heard. But
well, if there's ever a vampire outbreak, I can manufacture.
you can ship some stuff immediately.
I can manufacture steaks.
Okay, good. I appreciate it.
We are
The only
covered.
thing is you would need to have cross-referencing different shows here. You would have to have a white oak, an original white oak, if you're going to get rid of some vampires.
Oh, I've only got one of those, and I don't want to cut it down.
Well, let the vampires bite you.
Then you can live forever.
I don't
Enjoy your
know.
white oak.
Sue made stir fry tonight with a lot of garlic.
I did love the scene where it's like, oh, we'll just shove garlic in your mouth.
Oh my god!
Oh, I know. That was funny.
I mean, those vampire hunters were such idiots. It was a riot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because like they kept referencing like, oh, what do we know about vampires? Oh, well, we saw this movie and this.
Which is why I referenced the
White.
Vampire Diaries and
Yeah.
Twilight. Yeah.
Yeah, that was too funny. It was like, oh, but it was on this way. Oh, they could walk around the daytime.
The daylight rings.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much.
But it's good. It's good to play with those tropes. So we got to laugh at them. That was it. Really was fun. Little bits of storytelling, calling back those things. So.
And who really believes that one layer of newspaper throughout all the windows with a little tiny hole to see through is going to keep out the sun that much?
Especially the sports section.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I assumed that was even though they didn't specify it, I assumed that was a callback to Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I kind of got that too.
Spike used to drive around in his car in the daylight. I think he had paper up, but he also had like painted the windows, and there was like just a spot that big to see.
Yeah.
I assumed they were.
That's where that was from.
Yeah, that was my thought with the kind of car. Yeah, with what they were doing.
It was driving me nuts where I'd seen that before.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of vampires, we got a troll.
Yes.
Oh my god, the troll was almost the best part of the show.
Yeah.
Well, have you looked up his online business?
I have not.
Okay. The only thing that trolls can do is be a troll.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny.
I did like that. Yep.
And Connor trolled him by giving him a broken phone.
I mean, it was such a little itty bitty phone with the troll.
Oh, I know, his big hand.
You know, and it was like, and when he was looking at the back of it, and then he turned it. Oh, he got so mad. That was so funny.
Yeah.
It was
No, that
so
was
funny.
great. The troll under the bridge.
And as usual, Connor is climbing again.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this
Now-
the third or fourth time? I mean, how many times has he climbed?
The
He
first
did the
Paris-
Eiffel Tower.
Very first
Paris,
episode, yeah.
the house where he played the James Bond.
He's
This
climbed on
one,
a train.
and he climbed on the train. So 4.
And the yeah.
No, the observatory.
Mm-hmm.
Did he do
and-
on the observatory?
He did.
Yeah, remember he went on the up the outside of the dome?
I forgot that.
Yeah, so did I.
So he's almost at least done maybe half the episodes so far. He's been climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They all have their specialities.
But my problem
I
with that,
guess.
my problem with that is okay, he's following a vampire. He's climbing the wall to the walkway or parapet or wherever he saw the vampire go. And yet he was surprised by the vampire when he got up to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you were not expecting a jump scare.
That's
I
my
was.
only problem with that.
Yeah, I think everybody was that was watching.
Yeah.
I was just not expecting for him to wake up on the couch in his living room.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
No.
And I do appreciate.
Drinking Gatorade.
Eating
I-
corn chips.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how we've had a few episodes that have focused on just two of them at a time, so we can see those relationships
Yes.
start to build and come together.
Yeah.
Those have been fun. Although it does seem like in the last couple of episodes, like Bikram has kind of been not front and center. You know, it's like it was more somebody else's story and he was kind of there. But yeah, good stuff. I enjoyed getting to see the other characters working
Yeah.
together. And
I got the same feeling between Charlie and Vikram as I did last episode, if not a little stronger. They are building to something.
mhm.
Mhm.
Dean may have said no, but I think they're building to something.
Well, I have my guess, total, and I'm probably 100% wrong. I suspect they're going to end up on opposite sides of things because Vikram is still determined that he's going back,
Back. Yeah.
and it's going to be up to her to stop him from doing that. I foresee that it, where he'll consider it something of a betrayal, and she'll kind of, because he's like telling him, no, I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm here. I foresee, that's my guess, is that they're going to be on opposite sides of things, and
Well,
Connor
Dean
and Liza are going to be caught in the middle.
Dean has already dropped some hints about next week's episode and how it's going to change everything.
Everything.
And so there we go. Maybe Michael, when he was with the show the last time, maybe that's the episode he was talking about.
Maybe, but he said 6, and that's why I was like,
Yeah, he did say 6, but
there
6
wasn't that much, and there was
Yeah.
some stuff in 6, but
that's
Yeah,
what
and
I needed.
twice, in 2 seasons of the arc, I mean, they had a mid-season climax.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I would not have been surprised for, something bigger than we got in episode 6, even though I thought
Mhm.
episode 6 was outstanding.
Which one was 6?
The tarot card house.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although
Speaking of which, we have the actor coming on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time, Dominic Chichak. So he'll be on to talk about his little role as Marcia, his name.
Chauncey Cooper.
Yes, Chauncey Cooper. and also he's going to be talking about, he just did a Western movie. He produced it, wrote it, and I believe he's also stars in it. as one of the characters. So he's going to be talking about that too. So we're going to have a great time. So either watch us live Friday at 2, 11 a.m. Pacific time, or, watch it later. So it should be good. So we're excited about that. This will be Dominic's third visit to the network, Talented Universe, and Trekking Across the Universe. So that's my spiel. So
Michael, I wanted to say one thing real quick. I think you're right regarding what you said last week about how do we know Vikram hasn't traveled forward in time? Because there were little hints that were dropped. Well, how do you know this? Because of certain comments that he had made.
yeah.
So I think you're right that he had traveled forward in time. Now, when that happens, we don't know. Maybe that'll be farther on in this season or maybe even next season, but I think it will be addressed.
Yeah, now was the little statue he was carrying was the Banshee, though. It wasn't a fairy thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Banshee.
So at the very end there, I'm like not sure how that's going to fit in.
Remember, a Banshee's whale kind of makes you go insane, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, my guess is it's going to be little bits of several different things having to work in concert together. Like it seems to me like Vikram has a plan.
Yeah. But then also Gregor's trying to get out of his little time bubble thing.
Yeah, and also I don't know if this had been mentioned in previous episodes, but it kind of stuck out to me in this one how they're talking about once they solve this 6-month problem, after 6 months, Vikram is going to be locked in the library. Did we know that before, that he was going to be like a prisoner of the library?
I think they said something. I don't remember the exact thing what they said.
To it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I wouldn't blame him for wanting to go back. I don't want to be a prisoner.
I don't want to become an artifact.
Yeah, I don't want to be an artifact. And, you would think the librarians could find some use for him going forward.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I mean, and obviously they're going to, because we've already been picked up for a season 2. So it's going to be a really weird show if he's in the library sitting around like this going, oh, I wish I had something to do.
But you never know.
You never know.
They might keep him in there for like the first 2 or 3 episodes as an information source kind of thing.
Or between seasons.
Yeah.
And then he goes in at the end of the season. He comes out at the beginning of the season. So we can say time has passed. And
yeah.
So.
That could be.
Mm-hmm.
We all hope that when he was on with us, he was a delight. I would say
he's wonderful to watch. I enjoy his performance. I like them all. I mean, the whole cast is wonderful. But I think he is really good. He is really likable, charming. Even I know you guys said you didn't care for last week's, but even when he's drunk for half the episode, he's still.
He was really good as a I mean, the performances were great. I mean, I didn't really.
The story was kind of weak. Yeah,
the story was kind of weak. It's like there was like 2 things they had to do. They had to get a situation where the band could charge the magnifying glass, and it looked like they wanted to do a point of view show with different styling.
Yeah, that seemed to be more the point than the story was. What we want to show things in this different, how they're all the different point of view, like this, right? Like this one's like an old noir movie, and it seemed like that was more what they were looking. So that was more important than the actual story.
I mean, then those aspects of it, were really, really good. The performances were good. I got a kick out of the James Bond one in particular, and I loved the styling of the film noir one. And like you said, Vikram getting trashed throughout the episode was hilarious.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Especially the big drinks. We were talking about that last week. I put my iced tea in a Pyrex bowl.
And that's they do lean into the funny, which is good. I enjoy the funny. I enjoy the comedy, and we got some of that in this episode, like trying to escape. You know, in the oh, we're going this way. Oh, we're that way. Oh, we've made it. We've gotten
Yeah.
lost in the tunnels, and this, and when he throws the garlic down on the unconscious guard, that just a lot of silly stuff that just makes these characters feel very three-dimensional. And so that's fun to watch. It's fun to see them be silly while being, doing these dangerous things.
Well, that was one of the things I loved about the original show, and one of the
Mhm.
things I was hoping for this show. I mean, this show, I do not expect to be serious all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the balance so far has been fantastic.
Yeah, because some of the artifacts that the shows have gone after, this one and the one before it, some of them are pretty silly concepts.
Yes.
So yeah, leaning into that, because not everything has to be or should be an end of the world problem.
Right.
And so it's nice when they can kind of play with both sides and focus on the smaller stories as well. So
It's almost like Indiana Jones meets Laurel and Hardy.
very, very, very good. Yes, I like that.
Yeah. So we're probably the only ones who would know who Laurel and Hardy is. But
yes,
I know.
I now feel old again.
They were on an episode of Scooby-Doo with them.
Yes.
yeah,
That
they
was-
were.
That was probably where I saw them first. But yeah, it's
That goes back to probably 73,
something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
when they had
73,
the
74.
season of Scooby-Doo with all the different, like the Harlem Globetrotters and the Addams Family.
I love that when they were doing the specialty celebrity ones. I love
Mhm.
that.
Sonny and Cher. Remember the
Yes.
Sonny and Cher one?
Don
Okay,
Knotts.
tangent. Sorry.
Don Knotts. I
Don
remember,
Knotts.
Yeah. So Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. Oh God, the actor.
Mama Cass was in one.
Yep, I think I
That's
remember
one
that.
most of our audience won't know either. But
No.
One of my favorite singers and groups.
John Winter.
Jonathan Winters.
Jonathan Winter.
Jonathan
Yes.
Winter.
Winters. There's an S.
Winters.
Yep. Yes, I think if I remember correctly, he was like a master of disguise. He kept disguising himself as other people or something. I think that's what it was. But yeah, and Don Adams did a couple.
Oh my
from Get
God.
Smart. Yeah, there was some Don Adams and
I should try to find those streaming. Those are a lot of fun.
yeah,
Yeah, they were.
surely they're showing somewhere. But yeah, those are fun.
You would hope.
You would hope. Yeah, that's where my love of mysteries got started with Scooby Doo. And
Oh, for me it was that probably then the Hardy Boys books, because
yeah,
my cousin's my aunt started buying me the Hardy's Boys books when I was like getting into like second, third grade reading level.
Mine
plus
was
they had that TV
Nancy.
show in the 70s.
Yeah.
They had that
Mine-
too, yeah.
Mine was Nancy Drew and the Bobbsey twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My
Yeah,
mom remembered the Bobbsey twins. My cousins had the Nancy Drew books.
Yeah,
They had a
the
whole shelf full of them. I remember that.
yeah, because they had the Hardy Boys Nancy Drew Mystery Hour, and like it would alternate. Like one week we'd get one with the boys,
One and then the
with
other.
with Nancy, and then so yeah, those, and then probably the first ones I read before I read any Hardy Boys novels, it was probably Encyclopedia Brown was probably my first books that were mysteries. Boy, did we go off on a tangent here! I am. So
I was going to
sorry.
say we've lost most of our audience.
I remember.
I'm looking at the
I
numbers,
remember
just going,
those, but I didn't read those.
Ugh. But anyway, any other memorable parts of this episode? I mean, it was funny the whole time. I know.
Mhm.
I thought, obviously, as far as the crazy vampire hunters, escorting Charlie to the ladies, and then, falling for her, attacking, as the door opened. you knew she was going to pull something.
But I didn't expect that. That was one thing. I didn't expect what she did. I don't know what I expected, but I certainly didn't expect what she did. So
I was thinking being up in the overhead and dropping down on the
Down. Yeah.
but instead she just grabbed the door jamb and kicked in. So, oh well, it worked. It worked.
Yep.
So
Charlie continues to be quite the badass.
I did get a kick. I meant to write it down. But I didn't write that one down. I got a kick out of like Vikram had a line when he was tied up, and the Van Helsing, the chief vampire hunter guy, was like harassing him or whatever, and Vikram made a line about how large and imposing he was compared to Vikram.
yes.
I thought that was very funny.
I also liked it for as they kind of played them dumb that the vampire hunter did realize when he saw where Vikram's coat was made that how long they had been out of business, that he, the leader of them, there was he had some intelligence to him.
Yes.
So yeah. And we're very set in the, like, even when they had proof, the garlic's not making him do anything, but they still wouldn't believe it.
Yes. Yes.
And
well, I mean, I just love the, you dress like a vampire. I'm like, really?
and yet the vampire in the episode didn't dress like a vampire.
Well, except for like the cloak he made out of the blackout curtains. That was.
And likes corn chips.
Yep.
And the corn chips. Now, one thing they did I thought was really clever, and it was very subtle, is when he was in the car, he had the hood of the cloak over his head.
Mm-hmm.
But either the hood was shaped such a way that you could still kind of see his face for the scene, or it was twisted a little bit so you could still see his face for the scene.
Movie magic.
Yep.
And it's like it took me a minute to realize what looked weird about it, and then I'm like, oh, that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I like when they're in the main part of the library, and after Connor had gotten his information from Cal, and then he gets kind of stopped by the Centurion armor, and he's trying to figure out all these quizzes, and he can't figure out the last one. And Liza comes in and it's like, oh, it's this, and this, pure equation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. A great little, reminder that they work better as a team.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which has been a big Librarians theme through both shows, because the original movies, there's one librarian. There were no guardians, none of that. It was just one librarian who did everything. And so
this guy,
which is, if you've ever met Flynn Carson, it has driven him quite mad. Flynn is a little woo at times because because he's gotten so used to doing things on his own. So when we get these teams of librarians and like in this case, there is just the one librarian, but he's got like a team of people. They all serve a purpose to do things. Like they all do things that Vikram can't do or hasn't, like, modern learned to do. Yeah. So every member of the team brings something, and the scene you were just talking about is a great example of that. On their own, neither one of them could have retrieved the tooth. That it had to be with them together were able to get it.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked that they because it could be so easy to just, like, Vikram doesn't really need them, he just keeps them around, and that really isn't the case. They do serve a vital purpose in helping him with his mission.
Yes. But let's see. What I think everybody's kind of said what their favorite part of the show was. Did you find anything you wish they had done differently, or did most things go the way in the after you watched them? Say, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wanted like more. I wanted to see more of like the that part of the town, but I imagine that they were somewhere that they had to like film it in a way that they weren't sending everybody behind locked doors so they could film. And
Yeah,
I wanted to see more of like the tour. Like I thought it'd be like a lot of fun if like while the tour was going on, they like walked like past Vikram tied up and the guy,
Oh, that'd been funny.
and stuff like that. I didn't get to rewatch it, but I really wanted to try to go see how many like silly things were in like those display cases because they really weren't focused on them for
they
very
weren't.
long.
No.
And it looked like they had two things that were like really prominent in the main library in front, but I didn't get a good look at what those were either. So I think this episode had probably some really good potential for Easter eggs in the Peter's apartment rooms there.
Mhm.
I half suspected the shoes might have been. There might have been something funny about the shoes if you could actually look and see all of them at once.
There were a lot of them.
There
Yes.
were a lot of shoes. I thought that was hilarious considering the legend was that after, he'd been dispatched, he came back looking for new shoes.
Shoes, I know.
I did
And-
wonder. I did wonder if maybe there are clues I missed the first time to his real villainous that I missed the first time. I wonder if there were clues in the
Well, the
apartment.
only clues I can think of is what Connor was saying about the legend. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I actually have seen it like 4 times. I will admit it. I laughed every single time. But
I did think there was a missed opportunity with Connor and Pater, like Connor grilling Pater about his story. Because Connor's the historian. So
see, I think Connor was just so overwhelmed thinking that he's going to be a vampire that he just, wasn't in his, history mode or whatever.
yeah.
And to be fair, the vampire did make it sound credible. The
Yeah.
reason the tooth was removed was
It's
like that
suction
supposedly
through.
that was a cure that was a fad at the time, and it didn't work, but it was so he made it sound quite plausible. So,
But it did somehow make him not quite as
powerful. He was not as powerful. Yeah.
It was not as powerful, and it seemed like he probably couldn't turn people.
Right. Well, plus, if he didn't have the power of the like poofing into air and teleporting and all that because he had to take the car.
Yeah.
So obviously, losing the tooth diminished power, and he did bite Connor and it didn't turn him. So it might have actually cured him. Because what's that they say? The best lies have some truth to them.
Truth to him, yeah.
But he was still immortalish.
Right, but it may have having just one tooth may have been stopped him from being able to turn other people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because when he gets it back, he's ready to start like slaughtering people and creating an army and if he could do that with just one tooth, he would have.
Yeah, but I was really hoping he'd end up being like a recurring character because
Oh, me too.
Well,
he would have been very funny.
But didn't you hear what they said at the end? What Vikram said? You did put his ashes in consecrated.
I did hear that on consecrated ground. Yeah.
I mean,
the fan in me who loves reading like tie-in novels and things like that, I kind of want to see the story of him and Flynn's adventure. You know, I know we're not going to see it in the show, but it'd be cool if there was a novel. You know, I would write it. Dean,
Well,
call
tell
me.
Dean,
No.
tell Dean, you know.
Dean,
That's
call.
Dean.
But you know, I think that would be a fun thing to like see in the past where he ran it, where what he was up to when Flynn ran across him. Because that would have been fairly early in Flynn's career, I would assume.
Probably was. It was probably during the movie era.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Because there was a vampire in the third movie. Because he teams up with a vampire. It was
a female, wasn't she?
right. I forget the character's name, but it was played by Stana Katic, who was on Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a vampire, and her and Flynn worked together to solve a problem.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So it could have been in that whatever. But yeah, I think sometimes that would be fun to see, because really we've only seen Flynn have 3 solo adventures. You know, I mean, we've seen him do stuff with the other team from time to time, but I'm surprised no one has pitched a novel series or a comic book series or something like that. So I'd write the heck out of them.
Like I said, talk to Dean and talk to Noah, because they're the ones that.
Yeah, they're the ones.
So
I think
that's
I can see a lot of origin stories of the artifacts, even done that way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun. Or even sometimes they do the little animated spin-offs of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I especially love the ones when they do them all in different styles. Like you get different artists doing, their take. Like there was a Star Wars series that was a bunch of different.
What was it? The Bad Batch that did that?
No, it was shorts. It was what was it called? Tales of the Empire, or
that too. But
and they were 6-minute long episodes.
Yeah, they were tiny little things.
Yeah. Each one looked different. Yeah.
They had one that was like the samurai style, but in ink and black and white ink. That was really good. So I mean, there was the artifacts, the castle. Lysa selling the castle. Doing the tour of the castle. It seemed like a lot of that was commentary rather than actual, showing the castle. Reminding
the audience about the castle and the annex is in the castle, and although
it could move. So.
Yeah. Didn't any of you kind of feel though that was a bit filler?
Yeah.
The Lysa I didn't think was very strong in those scenes.
Yeah, I don't think she was either.
Even though it's like. It could have been the direction, you're hesitant to sell.
Mm-hmm. Well, also you have, we're 9 episodes in now.
Yeah.
So I guess they felt the need to remind people about that with the castle. Obviously, there are people trying to buy the castle. Yeah. I have a feeling we're going to see more of that.
Mm-hmm. Actually, something just occurred to me. I wonder if maybe they filmed that really early in the series when they had that space.
Possible.
And to use later.
Could be.
Yeah, because I don't know if they if they had written all the episodes, you can shoot wherever and I suspect we're going that was there to remind us that she owns the castle and people are trying to buy it and that she has a life waiting for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times did they say her IPO in that episode?
Right. Which makes me think, one of the things about writing fiction, repetitive, if you're repeating stuff so the audience remembers it, it's probably important.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine who does reviews of old TV shows. And sometimes in his reviews, he'll write something happens. He goes, yeah, that's probably important later. because they'll make sure they've drawn attention to it, so you're not caught off guard with it later. And so I have a feeling the whole purchasing of the castle and that kind of stuff is, we're going to see more of that throughout the season. And I think, I almost suspect that our villain in waiting is going to be
He's gonna
part
try
of that.
to.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
It's going to be who? I missed.
Our villain who was trapped with Vikram. I can't remember his name.
Gregor is going to be.
Because my feeling is because we're only talking to Gregor while he's still trapped in a time bubble. There's no guarantee when Gregor gets out of the time bubble, he's going to get out now.
When he gets out, he's coming on our show. So
right, but what if he gets out earlier and has amassed this whatever, and is now trying to buy the?
Yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing, Bobby.
Yeah. That he has learned. Let's be subtle. We don't have to, I don't have to march in with an army and try to take, because we've seen him do that and he lost. Let's be subtle. Let's be sneaky. Let's outthink Vikram. And so I could see something like that happening where, he is pulling strings. Because otherwise we really haven't seen him do much outside of that first episode and a couple of those little mustache twirling, I'm up to something moments. So that tells me, Gregor is going to be a big part, if nothing else, of the finale.
Yeah. He could be having the band guy doing stuff on his behalf. Maybe he knew there was like a stash or something, so maybe the band guy can buy the castle on his behalf, or
right, because when you're writing stories, you want to
maybe it was his castle.
That's possible too.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
because what's her face is a descendant of
Anya.
Lysa is a descendant of Anya.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of, because when you're writing stories and you make sure you want people to get to the end of it and have that, oh my God, that's what that meant moment, and then go back and watch it again. And so those are those kind of moments where, ooh, that's what they set that up in episode 2. Now I get what that means, because sometimes we watch these things and we go, I don't know why they did that. So like this episode, we feel that the Eliza stuff was filler, and it feels like filler. But 3 episodes from now, there may be something that we go, aha.
Well, they're also, I think they're also trying to establish that, she doesn't want that foursome to break, to end.
Yeah.
Right, because she's talking about, I want you guys to come to work for me. Because in the characters' minds, we as the audience know it's not going to happen because we know there's a second season coming. But the characters in universe think that, we've only got another month or so before Jacob's deadline is up. And Jacob's going to come back and they're going to lock Vikram in the library. We've only got a finite window of time to do this. But she has come to appreciate Connor and Charlie enough that she wants them to come with her when she has to leave. So it's which is again that great character bonding stuff.
Yeah,
because if you look at these characters in episode 1, they were polar opposites, and half of them didn't care about the other half. We've seen them grow over this season. So
and Jessica, I think, is either they've got better at writing for her, or she's got more comfortable in the character by now as well.
Exactly.
Because her performances seem a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of times too, when you're writing for actors, like when you write them at first and you started writing it before you know who's playing the character, you've written them one way. Then you get to know the actor and you start tweaking it to fit the actor's strengths. Yeah, and I think that's that's probably what we're seeing here is they found out what she's really good at, and
they've also given her a little bit more of her own backstory too.
Yeah, she's also been a little more, because she's very she's very cold and all business at the beginning, and we've seen her have a loosen up a little. She almost seems like she's having fun when she's fighting and working. And
Oh, that's obvious. It's like I
yeah,
started watching Outpost, and I mean that's a very physical role, and it seems like
mhm.
she really gets into that aspect of performing, and that's where she shines.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Is in the the physical fighting scenes.
Yeah, and dressing her up too. And we've seen in the last 3 episodes, she's dressed like, she didn't do it so much this time, but she was in like the white wig and the fancy dress, and then last week she was in the noir setting with the beret and the so they've started kind of playing her that way. They're giving her
Yes.
more of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, she seems tall.
Yeah.
She looks like she's like one of those people that like could have been a model if she hadn't been.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed, completely unlibrarians related, but she's been one of those people that fans have been banding around as like, who would be a good Wonder Woman
Oh yeah.
Yes.
in the new movie.
Oh,
She has been mentioned by numerous fans as
Mm-hmm.
one of the there's a handful of people that people are going like, oh, this would be perfect, and she has been mentioned multiple times as would make a good Wonder Woman.
yeah.
I
I just read something that there were a lot of like superhero cameos in the Superman movie, so I have yet to see it. It just
There
came
are
out
a few.
last week.
There are a
So,
few. Wonder Woman is not one of them.
no. I always thought that they should do John Jones on screen.
Well, they have.
Well,
He was in the Justice League thing, or
barely though.
yeah, and then they've had TV versions of John Jones. He was in
Yeah.
Smallville, but yeah,
Yeah.
he is not in the
No.
new Superman movie either. Sorry. Yeah.
Well,
That's
on,
okay.
on
We
that,
still have
we hijacked your show again, Michael.
Yeah,
I know.
We still
And
have
I've
the
been trying to get
outstanding.
something in for 10 minutes. And I've got to say this because we were talking about him. The head of the band, Winslow Lynch, will be with us on August 3rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and 7 p.m. if you're in Serbia. So that's what I just got that confirmed today.
So
So-
nobody play Dancing Queen in the background, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming. Don't worry.
See,
So-
this
so
time
Michael,
you did it to yourself, Liz.
Sorry. You're the one that started it.
Yeah.
That or Greg.
So, Michael, when are you going to do your live from Serbia episode, where you're actually live in Serbia with?
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
So let's switch subjects now. Okay. Okay, let's do the because it's almost an hour, and I like to try to keep them down to close to an hour if I can. So what I think I know what everybody is going to say, but I just want to do it official. Thumbs up or thumbs down or in between like last week's was.
Major
doing-
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because it's good. Now, next week's episode, if you've seen some of the spoilers, it takes place in medieval times. So it's going to be a great episode. I will say that not a kind of a spoiler, but I'm not going to say what, but we get more backstories.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a huge difference on the show. So I'll just say that. But so I'm looking forward to seeing it. But that's the only part I know about, and it's great. So Any closing thoughts about the episode or things, or should we just close it down?
Sorry.
Because we had nobody in the chat room say anything. They're all there. They're
I
just
know.
staring at us, and I guess we're so,
They're trying to figure out who Mama Cass is.
well, that could be, and they're looking it up. They just need to look at their mamas and their papas, and then they'll be fine.
This is not the mamas and papas.
No, it's
Well,
not.
No, because
We've
there's
got
too
a
many
couple of
papas.
mamas, and
Yeah, but no, it's ABBA.
Yes.
Oh.
I can hear. They say you can't hear pictures, but I can hear.
Oh
that
yes,
picture.
oh yes.
yeah, you should have been here last week when they got started with that. Did not leave my brain.
Nope.
And it's coming back again. So.
Yep.
But on behalf of NDB Media and Talented Universe, everyone have a great evening, and we will see you next week for the review show. And as I said, we've got some people from the Librarians coming up. Please look at ndbmedia.net or on Facebook. That's what I didn't do. I knew I'd forgotten something. It's like
You didn't do the banner.
I didn't do the banner.
I was looking for it too, and I couldn't see it there.
Well, here's the banner just quickly for NDB Media and everything. And I'll put the other ones up next week, but I was like, I totally forgot. It's been one of those weeks. I'm still recouping from last week. So but as I said, everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.